Hi there, it's Lynette Chandler from Thrive Anywhere. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked my subscribers if they would like to see what are the things that you can do with alcohol ink images. And sometimes if you're lucky, you may get some of these images free. And if you are an email subscriber of mine, you probably came here because I gave you a couple of alcohol ink images that I created for free. If you're watching this, you're not a subscriber yet and you missed out, then go ahead and click the link below, go to my website and get signed up as a subscriber, because every now and then I do give out free images that you can use in your personal and commercial use projects. But anyway, so I'm going to show you how to use background images like this in your projects. And I'm going to first of all go through what I'm going to go through are three different image types of ways that you can change this image to use in your projects. And you can go ahead and put this in any kind of anything really, whether it's a book cover or something like that. So I'm gonna basically attempt to create a book cover here, and we'll go from there. All right, now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new file here in Photopea, a new project. And let me see, we'll go print and let's do a letter size. All right, and I'm not going to do any kind of template. I'm just going to use a white background. That's fine. And I'm going to click create. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'll make that a little smaller. Okay, I'm gonna hide that property tab so that it doesn't take out space here. Oh, anyway, if you didn't know, Photopea is free, and you just type in photopea.com on your browser, any browser. So I'm going to expand this just a little bit so we can have a bigger space to see what's going on. All right, and then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to open and place the alcohol ink image that I have here. And this particular image happens to be a square, even though it is pretty high resolution, but it happens to be a square. Okay, so first of all, the good thing about, unless it's like it actually has a subject, a lot of times the alcohol ink image backgrounds that you get are abstract. So it really doesn't matter. I can stretch it if I want, and it's still, it doesn't really play into it. Now, it might look weird to you now because you've seen it in the original context, but quite honestly, because it is abstract, you can stretch it and pinch it however way you like. All right, the first and easiest way to use this, as you can see, I'm using this as a book cover background, or really anything. You can create your planner on top of this too, if you wanted to. And that would be easy. If I were creating, let's say, a planner page, I would go ahead and create let's say this is the space where I'm going to put my planner content, and I'm going to fill that as white, and that's it. Then I'm going to put all my planner content right here inside the white space. That's like the easiest thing that you can do with it, right? So now you have got this nice, pretty little background color here to work with. Okay, that's one. So I'm going to turn this off for a minute, and let's just focus on the actual art itself. The fastest way to change things and to play around is really to go to this window and open the Adjustments tab. So you can play around with the adjustments. You can play around with the color balance. All right. And with color balance, you can do that. And you see how things changes. This middle one has kind of turned into like a brownish color, and the reds become definitely more pronounced, and the purple too, because purples have reds, right? Or you can turn this green down a whole lot with the same effect. You can turn it up and bump this red down, so basically play around with the blues, greens, and so on. And you can even bump all of these way down, and now and bump the blues up, and now you have like a two-tone type of image. And then you can work with this if that's what you want. So that's one of the things that you can play around with. But a nice thing when it comes to Photopea is that it's non-destructive. You see this adjustment that I made, it's a separate layer above my artwork. So I can actually turn it off and I'll be back to my original layer. Okay, so that's one. All right. What are other things that we can do with this? Let's go back to, in fact, let me go ahead and turn that off. Okay, delete that. We can also make it like a texture. So to make it like a texture for a particular, maybe you don't want it to be so intense, all right? So what we're going to do here is, let's say, we're going to create a color fill layer, okay, and let's just go with this purple, let's say. Okay, so this layer is above that. The easiest way really is to change the opacity of the alcohol ink art, you know, to something like really light or really dark. It really depends on you. And there you have it. Now of course now you have a texture so that your background isn't like a blank flat purple color. Of course it will change, the texture will change because the color of the alcohol ink art is so colorful, so it will change a lot really depending on what color you're choosing. See that? Okay, so that's one way. Oh, that one actually has like a different kind of. So the nice thing, that really is the nice thing about the alcohol ink color texture. Actually, I got this teal one, which I really, really like. Using them as textures because they are so colorful. So your textures become richer and just overall more interesting. So that's one way. All right, let's close this other way and let's see what other things that we can do with it. Okay, I had it at 10%, so I'll make it back to opacity 100%. One thing I like to do a lot with things like this, with abstract background images, is to do masking. And I'm going to show you to do two different kinds of masking. One is artwork masked over. So one of the pieces of artwork that I have, I'm going to open and place, is this one. I think it's this one. Sorry, I didn't name them. Okay. So if I put it up here, it's actually going to be black because I like doing line drawings and I like making them black because it's just easier, black and white line drawings. Okay, so I'm going to place this right here. So I have this color fill. I'm just going to bring up this color fill that I had earlier and I'm going to place it up above my artwork. And I'm going to change this color fill layer to white. Actually, I'm going to put the artwork above it, above that. And then I'm just going to right click on it, on the artwork with the color fill at the bottom. And I'm going to do clipping mask. Oh, sorry. See, I always mess up masking. I think the color should go on top. Or maybe because I'm doing something different. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. See, so now I have a white outline instead of the black. Now, of course, I could have drawn the image in white too, but this way I have a little bit more flexibility. And then now I have an image with a nice design above of it. And I don't know, I just like this kind of artwork. And you can use this in really anything, print on demand especially, I would imagine. Would work really well. This probably won't work so well on a book cover, but maybe it could, you know, if I would just, if I would select these two layers and I would maybe move it down here, then I can put a title up top here, you know, so that works too. All right, that's one way. Okay, so I'm going to undo my clipping mask, okay, and take off this artwork. Now, what if the other way to do a clipping mask is to do text, right? So I have this text selected. Let's see here. Let's choose a nice bold text. Oh, there's a lot of fonts here that I've never really seen before. Okay, let's do that one. That seems pretty nice and bold. And whoopsies. Let's make that really large. Okay. I want to zoom in because apparently okay, where's my text now? Right there. And I'm just going to put like dream. Okay. And then now I'm going to make it larger, maybe 120. Still too small. 300. Okay, let's just do that. Okay. And now I put it right here in the center. And I put the artwork, this alcohol ink artwork, on top of the text. That's what I wanted, not the white. Okay, and I do right click and clipping mask. So now my text is in this, you know, it picks up, my text is filled in with this artwork. Now, of course, I can move the artwork around if I want to, so that the, you see, I can just change it around or change it to that. See, so definitely play around with it. And of course, the larger the text, the easier it is to see something like that, right? So there you go. So now you can see how that would work. So then now you can place this text with that is masked with this alcohol ink image on just about anything, really. So those are the 3 things that, you know, very quickly that you can do with these image backgrounds, and I hope that sparks your own creativity and what you can do with it. And as usual, you know, it's all about playing around. It's all about experimenting. So have fun with it, enjoy, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.